Miles, a former Purdue Boilermaker who entered the league back in 2001.
Total relentlessness of consistency, almost like a machine. If you watch him in practice, after every throw, he resets his feet, visualizes all the other options on a play. So if he has to do it in a game, it's already there, has the muscle memory. I start calling him AI for artificial intelligence. Whatever a defense does during a game, he absorbs it and then uses it against them as the game moves on.
Brings up
on 2nd and 7. Hill, that's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
Complete to Alvin Kamara. A gain of 16 yards.
Out of the gun, Hill looking here for Smith, and that's caught inside the 30. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
First and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And Lutz puts this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead.
Washington, nothing.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Washington will take over.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
4-yard line.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Back at the 19-yard line.
And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted. We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
25-yard line.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. Past the 20. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on 1st down from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Lutz is good.
The kick is good.
And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little bumping. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now this time he'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Sprinkle. That's good.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
56, Mike, 56 right there.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Williams on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
56 Mike, 56 Mike.
He may try and run for this. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. 22 yards. And Washington has tied the ball game with the extra point still to come. So a design run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of him, being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work.
Lost.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Fielded in the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
Saints 6.
On 1st and 10, Hill airing it out deep for Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
First down pass.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
A spin. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Down at the 41.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
And he's got room. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 41 yards. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play. Set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
First throw now for the backup Breeze. Oh, going for Sanders downfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Hickey on the keeper.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Gardner-Johnson.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
And 7.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Taken in by Sprinkle, a little pitch and catch, but he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.